Hello, and it's not working. There we go, now it's working. Hello and welcome everybody back to the Dumbass class with me, the Dyslexic Gamer, and my players as always. As we carry on with our Rogue Trader campaign. So I've now got the hiccups now when I, hit the start button of all times. So in the last episode, our group had gone out hunting with the local hunting expedition. They had learned some secret techniques of this world, which involve bait. Someone being bait. After a pretty surprising encounter with a sand tiger, which through weight of numbers, not quality of arms, was brought down. After the savages started trying to hack away chunks of flesh, our rogue trader captain noticed a glint in the sunlight from the creature. When he went over to investigate, he found that actually its skeleton is made of crystal. Thinking that there may be some profit involved here, he shooed the savages away and began trying to extract the skeleton in as clean a piece, as in a whole piece as he could. He failed fairly badly. So a lot of the crystal has shattered into basically dust. Completely and utterly useless to try and sell to anyone, but you have got some big chunky pieces. If you want, you can break that item up, because I believe you've got a scarce item, so you could break it up into like 4 common items, something like that, if you want to barter with it. But you do have a decent chunk of semi-precious crystal.
Yes, I have a scarce sand tiger worm skeleton, which is crystalline.
Yes. The savages don't really seem to care too much about. You would think that a shiny stone they'd be interested in, but they really don't pay it any heed at all.
Good, more for me.
The liver of the creature is devoured then and there. The savages, let's just see if they. No, the savages don't even offer any to the party. It is quickly taken out of the creature, sliced up, and handed out to the 8 of them. Yes, the 8 of them as they devour it, talking some nonsense and putting blood on their face in a very tribalistic, stroke savage kind of a manner. They essentially, how do I put this?
No.
They take most of the meat and hand some pieces over to you lot.
Right.
So out of the whole creature, they've probably left you about 30% of.
So
of the
who got the
value.
killing blow? Who got the killing blow again?
The degenerate.
That would be me.
Yeah. Yeah. You're getting the lion's share. You actually killed it.
Honestly, at this moment, with all those savages fucking everything over it, I'll take my share. I'm not gonna. Honestly, we're all getting paid anyway, so fuck it.
So the savage who can't remember if I mentioned this last time. So one of the savages before all of this, he jumps down into the hole where his friend, leader, what have you,
Brother, cousin.
Yeah.
Bait.
Is laying there. Half his body has been devoured, and it's a grim old sight. He probably, well, I don't think they're jaded, so let's just. Okay, he jumps down there, screams and shouts, and goes. Ah, ah. He's not done so well. He Oh shit! I'm actually gonna have to look at the shock table now because he may have just collapsed. Hang on, there is actually a shock table.
Why are you sighing? You should be grinning right now.
I'm sighing at the Monkai. They're so fucking worthless.
Yes, these fucking degenerates are worthless.
The thing is, they're not even worth the fun. I mean, look at them.
Now, I'm sure there's a shock table. Where is it? Scatter edge.
I don't even have a fucking books of them. Hang on.
Shock table. Okay, so degrees of failure. So what did he get? A 99? What's his core thing? Oh, okay. So he got 6 degrees. Ah, sadness. Okay, so he jumps down into the hole and
just to make sure, did he get frozen in fear?
yeah, there's a mutilated corpse down there.
Okay, I technically get that off of that, I think. Let me check the paint token thing again. The thing is, if this was Vampire the Masquerade, this is kind of like, feeding off of a homeless. This doesn't feel good.
I mean, he's frozen in terror. He's jumped down to his former brother, cousin, comrade, leader, bait.
Fear or pinning gives me focus. So
he's currently there, just shaken. It takes him a significant amount of time, I should imagine.
Holy fuck! He still rolled a 1.
It takes him 3 turns in. Yeah, he did actually roll a 1. Holy shit! He did actually get in 3 turns. It takes him 3 turns later. He gets an actual 4. So he kind of shakes himself to, picks up the knife, climbs out of the hole again. Would he cut his hand? They're savages. He cuts his hand, shouts some sort of nonsense about him being the leader now. You imagine, wipes blood on his face like the previous leader did. And he then directs the others to start hacking up the meat and so on and so forth. And he's the one who you will deal with for that's a good point. He'll be the one that you're dealing with. You got 5 insanity points as well.
So this guy jumps into a pit, screams like a little fucking girl, then comes out and thinks he's the leader.
Yeah. Do you want to look down the hole and see how you do?
No, I'm going to look at him and just fucking sigh, roll my eyes, and just fucking savages.
Jim, you do have jaded, yeah?
I do. Okay. I have not only jaded, but plus resistance fear, plus
I do as well.
A mutilated body for Drew carries is that doesn't count as jaded.
No. The rules as stated, if you see a mutilated body and you don't have jaded, you do a fear test. For a normal human being, a mutilated body is a fear-provoking. It genuinely is. So yeah,
I'm pretty sure all.
No. I agree.
Start with this.
Yeah, we start with jaded.
Otherwise, we'd be fucking stupid because that's what they do on a daily basis.
Well, it depends on if you're a newborn. Like, I know Jim's backstory, so I know he's not. But if you're a newborn Drukhari, then you wouldn't have jaded until you've lived that life. So I don't know if the Drukhari rules were put in place for you to actually play a game in Komora. So you start off as newborn and
You-
rise through the ranks, or if you just are like in Rogue Trader, you're just straight away you are this character with these skills, and you all have jaded.
Aren't they like pre-programmed, kind of like Space Marines?
Kinda, yeah. I mean, there are a little.
It depends
more-
on the kind of Drukari. If it's one of the clones, yes. If it's a natural
It's-
born, not.
It's more of the underworld that they're, because they're grown en masse, tossed into this massive fucking, basically, shithole hive slums. And then whoever gets out of that is actually allowed to, join cabals and shit.
Yeah, that's basically what happens.
That's where they learn all their shit. Like, that's where they
Yep.
grew up. All the Vatborn grew up in a shithole.
Yeah, it's basically a beehive that the homunculi, I forgot the name of the dude that the scientist wants. They vatro everybody in a place where there's constant pain and fear flowing down the well, and that's how we grow. Then, blow Gamora, gang warfare, and if you survive long enough, you make a area, just like Getty said, cabals, trying, fun stuff.
Anyway.
So you've been presented with 30% of the meat from this creature.
I'm taking it.
You may carry the meat killer.
Sure. So they do. No, they're inbred arseholes. So you'd notice that they take out like treated animal hides, and they put their meat inside, and then wrap it up, and then tie ropes around. They're basically making backpacks out of hides and rope. They tie it to a number of them. So now a number of them are walking around with bloodied meat on their back. I'm sure this can't go wrong. Although Jib is walking around like has a pile of just slabs of meat in his arms, well, in her arms right now, just like, huh.
I'm gonna look at one of them and see if any of them have ropes I can tie all of this together.
Fellowship -40. Oh no, charm -40.
That's not gonna happen ever. Like ever. So, if I look at one of their ropes and point to me and they don't give it to me, I just say fuck it.
You never know.
I'll go to the metal bed.
A natural one is an automatic pass.
Here's the thing: I have 29 fellowship. I don't have charm.
Excellent. -60. Roll.
Plus, there's another thing. I take a -20.
No, that's already in
fellowship.
there. That's already in
Penalty.
there. So it's -20 for your negatives. It's -20 for their negatives. It's -20 for not having the skill. So, yeah, they're mutants. If you're not a mutant, you take a -20 to interacting with them.
The -20 should already be
Bloody
on
beautiful.
board.
I actually didn't roll out that bad.
You didn't. But they just look at you and kind of spit down on the ground and give you some obscene gestures.
I'm just gonna sneer at them and just go to the metal man. Okay, metal one. Do you have any rope?
Your translator picks up the words mutant when you ask them for rope.
No. Now I'm asking for.
No. That's just what your translator has learnt their word for mutant.
Oh, okay.
And they said it when you walked off.
I'm just gonna look behind my back and goes, ugh, dirty scum Monkai. I'm gonna look at Metal Monkai. Metal Monkai, do you have anything to wrap this up?
Not currently, no. Why don't you
Move
go
closer.
get some...
I'm gonna move.
Who? Me? Or Alvin?
I'm gonna point at Albie because I was talking to Albie and he wasn't answering.
Oh.
What did you ask? I was busy
I was
reloading
talking to
my
Hobby.
musket.
Do you have any rope or anything for me to tie this up? I'm gonna take that as a no.
I'm trying to find my inventory. 1 second, please.
It's under combat.
He's on standby.
So Also, out of character, I
Holding music
apologize.
will
Hobby.
continue.
Please hold.
I apologize out of character,
Favors.
Hobby, but I'm supposed to be an asshole.
Just wait for the Windows sound effects.
Beep. No,
For Windows 95.
You can always.
I'm just gonna carry on my arms.
You can always rip your clothes apart.
Yeah.
They're
Not
made of
happening.
fibers.
Not happening. I basically have a bikini and the bone armor.
Well, there's at least one cup for a part of the, one cup for each.
No, kidding. Just no.
Fine. Alright, I'll remove my ragged fucking shirt and wrap them up.
Thank you, Monk. You're at least useful.
Yes, well, it is part of what our food is tonight, so yes.
Indeed.
I'm going to take the knife and make sure it's stashed in my belt, and the I'll just carry the javelin collapsed. Alright, I want to watch the mutants to see what they are doing now after they split up. After they split the the food and everything and begin.
So after devouring the liver and separating the meat, wrapping it all up and almost looking as if they're preparing to leave, they take out the heart of the creature, and the new leader seems to hold it up in the air, says some very bizarre words, and then rips the heart open. Let's just give him a D100 and see what he actually. So it takes him a few attempts. Actually, he tries to. He's like, and then he finally rips it apart. He bites into one half, and he chucks the other half into the hole. And then, with blood all down his face, running down his chest, they get into marching position again. They've done one hunt already today. They have only used up one half of the day, but considering they were successful and they've got some dead, they probably just chuck the other body into the hole. It's pre-made. And then they oh, I don't think this is going to work. Oh no, it did. That's very odd, but okay. They they make their way.
That was actually kind of freaky, not gonna lie.
That was fucking terrifying. I like to think that they didn't actually turn. Their bodies just shifted positions and everything went from one side of the face to the other, and then they just continued walking. Alright. I'm gonna follow him behind. I'm keeping my spear at the ready as I watch and just. Are they going on a second hunt, or are they just returning?
It looks like they're returning. It
Right.
looked as if the leader was thinking about it before looking that, they were successful, which was better than yesterday, and two of their people are dead. So yeah, I should probably call it a good time. So Muttermouth is aware of the situation. He then needs to do a concealment.
No, actually, before they leave, can I look into the pit?
Sure. Okay.
So I'll crouch by the edge and
You look
grab
down,
some dirt.
and it
Feel myself.
appears as if this creature has not
I
just...
just cut out.
Oh, did I cut out?
I just cut out. Hang on. I'm back.
So as you look down into the hole, it appears as if the creature hasn't just bitten off flesh and bone and chewed it down. It's actually, its teeth have shredded and stripped the flesh. So you can see one entire arm is just a bloodied mess of red and flecks of white bone that come in. The head
Do
is
you have
missing.
jaded?
I don't. No.
But the torso has rips all the way down it, revealing rib and organs underneath. And the head is completely missing, as veins and arteries are left just poking out of what remains of his neck. Roll me willpower, please. You succeed.
Pathetic. It does turn my stomach, but I kind of steel myself just enough to at least put on a bit of a show that I didn't care, and I just swallow my tongue and pathetic as I walk off.
His luck had to end at one point. So, Muttermouth is able to stay concealed from the hillbillies. I'll give him an extra roll just in case. No, the hillbillies do not notice Muttermouth as they make their way back. So we will jump over to... Hang on. Let's get rid of all of these. That will be important for later. Let's jump on over to the world map. So, well, technically, your little token would have moved with them, but never mind. So you basically spent half a day. You've walked out, following their weird hunting quotation marks techniques. Give me an awareness check. We'll say you can all have a +10 on this. This is looking around in the at the surrounding countryside. Hot damn, there's been an awareness check and it's actually a success. What is this madness?
Fatal with something at it.
+10.
And I have 2 degrees of success. I didn't add a +10.
Okay. Righto. So, unfortunately, Heinrich is like looking at the crystals and evaluating them and saying, oh, you know, this piece could be cut and turned into a brooch or something, or this could be, you know. So he doesn't notice. But as you guys are leaving and surveying the area, you would notice that they have stayed in line with the rivers around here. And as you look further west, you can see that there is a valley in between the two, in between the mountain range, and it does look as if there is a path that leads over that way. It's about another day, another half day's walk. But you think that considering the shape of the mountains, and it looks like a proper valley, like you'd be able to cut through the mountains, or at least it would be easier than going over the mountain range. And that would basically be from where you are.
Are we allowed to mark things on the map?
Sure. Don't think I may find a token like a road or something, but it looks like you'd be able to
squares
get
are
through.
good enough.
Sure. But the group of inbreds do their victorious march back home to the village, where they will disappear. As you journey with them, it doesn't appear as if anything, like as you get closer to the town, it doesn't appear as if anything's following you, but you do get a sense of something following you, but you don't get a malicious sense, if that makes sense. Every now and then there's a little crack, and as you look back, for those of you who have succeeded their awareness, you see just a small jut of orange and ginger hair. Oh wait, no, sorry, I've done that wrong. You would only hear the cracks of something following you, because he got his concealment rolls perfectly fine. It was his shadowing roll that he failed by a small degree. So yeah, you can just hear cracks of branches and things breaking, but you don't get a sense of anything malicious following you. Like the air doesn't go tense like it did.
Well,
like it normally
we
does.
know Mothermouth is following us because I told him to follow us.
Yes.
Alright, well, I don't know where he is exactly. I know he's following us.
Yes, he's done rather well with his concealment rolls, but you know, because you can hear something behind you, cracking branches and things. But the dumb fucks don't notice.
Of course they don't.
So before the sun sets, so we're talking about 5 o'clock in our world time. So you've been out the whole day. About 5 o'clock, you get back to the town. As you come in, we will bring you over to the town map. Oh, actually, I need to be on the town map as well. That does help. So you're greeted by the inbreds on guard as usual as you all come in. It takes you a few moments, like 15 minutes or so, and then Muttermouth comes in and joins you, and that's why he stood next to you right now. That's all sad. So as the hunters all come in, they go up to their, like the leader is talking to the can't remember his name, so I'm gonna have to zoom in and look at it. Butters? Yeah, we'll call him Butters. As that the foreman. They've all got names, but I got them from a random generator, so there's no guarantee I can actually read the fuckers. So they're talking to Butters, and it seems as if they're passing on the knowledge, you know, that the leader is dead, I've taken over command, this is what killed him, this is where we left him, blah blah blah. In that time, Muttermouth comes in. You notice the guards give him a bit of a hard time, as he's come back with no kills. You can hear, well, Jim's translator would probably pick up the word mutant, 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 and you can hear laughing going on. And one of them probably hits Muttermouth as well, I should imagine. But he comes in and very, again, submissively comes round and behind the metal man and is in the middle of the group. Sadness. Okay. So the conversation with.
I'm sorry.
Yes, Jim?
Sorry. Where did the Mothermouth go? Got beaten by the gods and he went where? Sorry.
Where his token is.
Oh, okay. I'm not gonna say anything to him now, unless anyone else wants to say something.
Oh, I actually got fucking lagged out again, sorry.
No worries, man. So yeah, Muttermouth gets some more shit, gets a smack or two, and then comes and joins your group submissively, just at the back, kind of.
Right, yeah. Motion for him to come behind me because I need him to translate again.
So Butters finishes his conversation with the inbred. The meat gets taken from them. Right, so let's say they're in parcels of 10 because it just makes it easier. So of the 60% of meat that they got, they give 40% to Butters. The remaining 20% is divided up between the hunters that are left. And then Butters hands... he probably turns around and starts, counting out... sorting out the money. And he passes them each a number of metal coins. Or thrones.
Can we tell how many?
I believe that would be an awareness roll with a minus. Hang on, let me just give him a sleight of hand. Yeah. There would be any pluses on it, so let's just see if he. Okay, no, he has got 2 degrees of success. So yeah, there's a minus 20 to see being able to count how many.
Ooh, that's a big number.
Roll a fucking 81. I'm clearing my roll, I think.
God damn it! If it wasn't for that minus 20.
Yeah, my actual rolls are gonna be shit. Okay.
So unfortunately, you just can't. It's just too quick. He's already pre-counted out a number of them. Doing it to the side and then putting it in their hands, counting to the side. As they all get their pay and move on, he looks over at you lot.
Mm-hmm.
He says some other weird, shitty language, which I may have actually been getting the languages wrong. So they're talking gutter tongue, which is bastardized low Gothic, or low people speech.
Lower than low.
The lowest form of speech is Fetit's. Fetit's speech, slurry tongue. You don't know the other. So he's saying some nonsense, and Muttermouth, his ears kind of go back. He shrinks away a bit as he says something back, and Matey just seems to get real pissed off with him. Jim's translator would pick up mutant a number of times. By now it's probably picked up a few more words, so filthy, inbred, mutant would probably pick up by now.
I'm gonna move closer to Muttermouth. If the guy basically tries to come at Muttermouth, I will stand in between them.
No, I'm already doing that. I'm standing between him and Muttermouth. You'd have to be looking past me to get the Muttermouth, and if he starts swearing and spitting, I'm standing between them.
Let me.
He looks down
Which one
at
of
you.
these people is this?
The one with the name? You can all see the name, right?
Yeah, it's this one, Jim. The one with the fucking odd token.
Oh, sorry. For some reason, I thought that was your name, Heinrich. Sorry.
It is blended in with my name because I'm where I'm sitting.
Sorry, that's my bad.
We'll give him some social distance there, although he knows nothing of this term. Just so the names don't mix to one.
Sorry, the song just came on TV.
So he looks at you, Heinrich, as if, just fucking filthy mutant lover. But he doesn't say it. He looks at you
of course he doesn't.
with eyes like that. And then he says some nonsense, and then he hands you some coins.
Okay. I take them and count them in front of him.
There are 3 coins there that are actually legitimate thrones. You're not quite sure how in the fuck these savages have got legitimate thrones, but they are, and they're not in singular denominators. Each coin is worth 10 thrones.
So we just got 30 thrones.
Yes.
Okay. And that is for all of us or each of us?
The dude looks shitty as he kind of doesn't understand, and Muttermouth, you should get more, but he say you not cousins, you not people here. You like me, but not like me.
Tell him you rip me off. You rip off. Noble. Rip me off again, and you not get anything again.
I'm just gonna grin and say, perhaps next time we should allow more of them to die before we help.
He looks at your intent, and he points to the degenerate, the most mutant looking out of all of you, and sort of gestures with his hand as if he's holding something.
Mm-hmm. So I motion to the Eldar to show the meat.
I'll show the meat.
He says something and then just throws 3 coins by your feet.
I listen to Muttermouth for the translation.
He give money to all who hunt, but
So then
you're not getting same pay.
Okay. I point at.
He holds his hand out to the next person. Like each time, he's like turning himself aside, counting out 3 coins, and then kind of really shittily. He's got an attitude on him, like gesturing with his hand towards Abby. Abby doesn't move quick enough for his liking, so he just chucks the coins over at her, and then takes another 3 out, motions towards the metal man. So Abby, you feel like 3 coins like hit your clothing, and then you have to pick them up. Now the thing is, what's the chances of this guy knowing of? None whatsoever. So he gestures to the weirdo in red, and because you've come over, you've actually moved your token over. He does pass them off to you, Cray. You have each received 30 thrones in 10 throne denominations. He says some other weird shit that has a slight Russian stroke. Indian? Was it meant to be Indian? Yeah, some savage speak. As
oh, dude.
Savages. They fucking were savages. The noble savage is a thing, I think you'll find we were the educated ones in history at a time. Let's not go destroying history. It's all there.
moving on.
Along with a lot of other nasty shit. So he says some shit, and Muttermouth turns. Anyone hurt gets free medicine from tent in corner. Not recommend going unless needed.
Tell him only his cousin fucking sisters need the medical attention because they were useless. And I walk away.
Did he take the parcel of meat? when
No, no,
I
no.
showed him the meat?
The meat's yours.
Okay, in that case, I'll just move away too.
You notice Muttermouth doesn't translate that. He's already had a beating today. He doesn't want another one.
No. If he wants to try and beat Muttermouth for saying that, I'm going to step in, like straight up. I said it, not him. I don't care if he doesn't know what I mean. If he tries to hit Muttermouth, I'm stepping in.
Muttermouth's like, do I translate this? No, I don't want to.
I'm gonna poke Buttermouth and say, you really need to work on your form so as not to be as useless. We could hear you the entire time. I'll take about 5% of the meat and chuck at him.
I do better next time.
Good.
So he gets like 25% of an animal and just like is like, what the fuck? Hands it back.
I give him 5% of the meat. Does he?
Oh, 5%. Sorry, I thought you said you take 5% of the meat and hand him the rest.
No,
I was
no.
like, what the?
I gave him 5% of the share.
He looks confused, but he's thank you.
I'm not going to answer.
Do anything.
You translate, dog. That's good enough for me.
Not dog fettits.
I'm just gonna look at him like it doesn't matter. I'm gonna divide the meat. Hold up.
So you would think of it like a ration per 5%.
Yeah, I'm gonna take 7% of the meat, and I'm gonna give the other 6%.
Right. Okay. So
that's so the math is easy.
So 5% will count as a meal for an entire day, although it's not. You're eating meat the entire day. Not the best diet in the world, but hey ho. You can still buy vegetables and things from the shop if you so wish, and that will basically extend your supplies. Yeah, that so 5% of the animal will count as a day's worth of food.
In that case, I'll just keep everything, give 5% to everybody, and basically tell Mothermouth to store the rest. Which would be 5%.
We not have. He thinks to himself for a moment. Does he have the intelligence? He's. Yeah, but survival, cooking is an actual skill in this as well. So, he doesn't have cooking. He should have cooking. I should have given it to him. Sure, I think they do live by the sea, but sure, I'm sure this town has some sort of smoking facility. They would need to be able to store food for long periods of time, or drying. But then you need salt for that, really. You don't have to. Yeah, I suppose there are ways that he can store it.
I mean, don't these guys mine a lot of material? Some of that could be salt.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. They've got to, and it doesn't have to be, but surely they must get salt from either the sea or from mining, or have some means of. They are inbred, but they're not that inbred. I mean, they are, but still.
They are.
So, you guys are sorted for food today. It's about 5 o'clock, like I said. Maybe like 5:30 after all the talking and stuff. Is there anything you want to do with your evening, or do you want to plan out what you'll do tomorrow?
I'm gonna wait until everyone else picks because I want to think about a couple of things here.
Oh, also, just as a heads up, I forgot to tell you all. Under player stuff, under player stuff, there's a tab called player stuff. Open that up and you'll see a shop. Basically,
Ooh.
I've done cut and pasted some tabs from the Rogue Trader book, so you have an idea of what they produce.
Okay.
They don't have everything on that list. Like there's lightning claws and things from a feudal world, which is kind of weird. They obviously don't have that kind of shit. And most of the stuff you can buy here is of poor quality if it's metalworks, because
The fuck is a chain stick?
I have put on there where the thing is taken from. You may need to look some stuff up, but it gives you an idea. And there are some pistol type weapons there as well. So
if nobody takes claim of Mothermouth for the rest of the day, I will basically go to Mothermouth and tell him to tell me a story in both Low Gothic and the language that he did say, word by word. So he basically is translating, and I'm going to keep the translator clicked. Now ask a few things along the way, like, what is that in this language and that language and stuff like that, so that the translator is learning.
okay, so he tells you about he says they have a lot of different names for these creatures. The Fetits call them Gulach, and Gulach, he describes them in two languages. He describes them as humans, but not humans anymore. They came from after the Sky Emperor died. They sometimes resemble men in tactics and in movements, but they clearly have lost themselves to the darkness. They come from out of the night. They're seen as this is like a folktale boogeyman story from the Fetits' belief. However, he tells you that down here they are not seen as the boogeymen. They are seen as more of a wandering guardian force or protector force, or a group that appears when your time is in need, when you're being attacked, surrounded by wildlife. They appear, they kill the wildlife, take the corpses and move on. And
Okay.
you can normally tell when the Gulach are around because there's a droning hum. Not so much a hum, as if it's people humming a tune. But a tune has no words. It's just hang on, no, what was it?
Okay.
Did anyone else want to do anything, or was it story time with Muttermouth?
I approve of story time.
Yeah, me too. I don't really know what else I could do. But no.
Okay, so the evening comes, and I think I made Muttermouth roll before. Why not? We'll have them roll again. Oh, a natural 6, motherfucker! Well done. So even with a number of negatives against him, he somehow makes a lovely meat stew, a lovely meaty stew. And as he's dishing out this lovely meaty stew, he tells a story of the old times. The annoying thing is, all the folk tales that I have, they're on the other game. I hadn't moved them over yet. I was like, okay, I know this one off the top of my head. I can remember. So there is another one I can kind of remember. So it's called the. So it tells you it's way down southeast in, or is it southwest? It's in the southern region. He tells you that it's an area of barren wasteland. Like the rock is almost red. None of his people have ever gone into that territory and come out alive. The closest that anyone got to and was able to return and returned the story stroke legend myth was of the howling wastes. So in the Badlands down south, there are mountains that are almost blood red, not quite all like dried blood, old blood, and they were never like that before. And as you go into a day's travel, 2 days travel, you start hearing this weird sound that's carried on the wind, this weird creaking, almost shrieking sound as the wind blows stronger and stronger. The noise grows louder and louder. They say that, or he says that they say that sometimes strange lights can be seen, and it's the lights that brought travelers into that area. But according to the Fetits, the only ones who returned only went on to like a day or so in, saw the lights, and then half their party went in, never to return. The other half left to tell the tale. But he says that the Fetit that described the sound said it was a shrieking, unearthly sound. Like there's no way for him to really describe it, except from there are occasions when he's in like around the blacksmith's forge, and there are sounds that remind him of the shrieking sounds that come through the howling wastes. Where in the good God is this fucking folktale page? Yeah, they're the only two I've got for you at the moment because I can't find the page.
Interesting.
So yeah, there's no other things that anyone wants to do. The stories go fairly late into the evening. Again, the town seems to get pissed right up again. whilst the stories are being told, you'd probably start hearing, in different areas of the town, singing start before, almost together in a weird way, the same song starts that was sung last night. Only the whole town are all singing it at the top of their lungs.
Oh yes, the song of their people. Russian hot bass.
And unless anyone wants to do anything or plan anything out for the next day, the day will turn into the 7th on World. So, as you are all woken up in the morning, what would you like to do?
Oh, fuck, I'm muted.
You were muted the entire time.
Fuck.
We go back in time. What did you want to do, Getty?
So, two things. I want to make a quick plan, and that is, I'm going to make the suggestion that we go hunting again, but don't go with the hunting party. Go on our own, see what we can do a little bit of scouting and everything else, and see what we can get. If not, we come back. We still went out on the hunt, so we still get paid, right? Even if it's bare minimum.
Muttermouth nods.
Yeah.
I'll shrug and say,
We'll go hunting tomorrow.
Can I suggest
How's
we
that
go
sound?
hunting?
We'll see what we can
Can
do.
I suggest we go hunting south then?
I'm technically
Hang on.
speaking, if you
Yep, I like it.
if Heinrich suggests that, I'm just going to look at Muttermouth and say, you can probably guide us to a better hunting spot. He knows the land. It's probably a good idea to hunt with him.
I take you to different place. Yes. Not hunt same though.
What
So-
hunt? This time.
I not do crazy things like they do.
Good.
Me more ambush, more wait and put traps, bait, shadow areas where prey beasts go.
Okay.
Nods.
Sure. So Muttermouth can take you hunting tomorrow.
Okay. And I do kind of want to take a walk around town to see what I want to see firsthand what they get up to when they're, getting off to those Slavic beats.
Okay, so pretty much after Muttermouth finishes his second story, you get up, have a stretch, and take a wander around. You are a human. You're not as freaky as Jim's character, so you get away with it.
Would this come into effect, the fact that I am a different skin tone than everyone else?
So you've declared yourself as a noble.
Yeah.
So they know stories that nobles are different. Nobles are strange. They do things to themselves and they present themselves completely, they're alien compared to this inbred bunch. So you're already treated differently. The -20 still applies because you're not one of them and you're not so it's odd because technically if someone comes in with a third arm, they're like, hey, he's a mutant, we're kind of mutants as well. It's very odd how that thing works. But
at least they accept their
They do and don't, because they call Muttermouth a mutant, and they seem to be calling Jim's character a mutant. So they don't really get it, but they do. So as you walk around, it's not so much your skin colour that puts them off, because again, they've all got very it's not
varying skin tones.
It's not dark skin for them.
Yeah,
it's more reddish skin and leathery looking.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that you're not inbred.
Whereas your skin is a dark colour, but it's also smooth. It's not windswept and, Imagine a woman who's been sat under the sun for 60 years applying oil. You know, that woman that you see every now and on TV or, coming out the
day.
That kind of skin is what they've got, only it actually acts as armour. But sure, as you walk around, again, they all seem to be drinking this strange moonshine concoction. When you get round to the medical area, you would notice that even at this very late hour, people are still turning up and pouring a small amount of alcohol into a large bowl, and everyone who's ill or sick or dying is then sipping from this bowl very hygienically, spreading the love.
And
individuals will walk past and they'll splash a little bit out of their gourd into the communal bowl, the communal medicine bowl. You see a lot of fucking going along. An awful, like every other building, it seems, has someone screaming out and enjoying life. A little bit too much to the full. The love of thy neighbour is going a little bit too far, especially when they're all related. There doesn't really seem to be anyone in town who doesn't partake in the evening rituals. You'd notice that the miners and the blacksmith, they're both sat out there, both looking very similar. The brotherly, the family resemblance is definitely there. They're enjoying a drink, and the old man sat out with a few young girls, I should imagine, because that's the kind of degenerate place I'm trying to make this out to be. All sorts of horrible fucking shit.
If Crusader Kings taught me anything, Crusader Kings taught me anything. One of those is his daughter wife, the other one is his sister wife, the other one is probably his aunt.
And a concubine.
Younger than him.
And a concubine. Yes. This all makes sense. There is the merchant is there. He seems to be a little bit inebriated. Most of his things have been packed away, although he does seem to have a few drunken food items out, but they don't look particularly nice. Fish jerky, beef jerky, or a meat type jerky, and like some different types of roots that he seems to be chewing on one as he's drinking his weird homebrew. Not much security goes on, although there's a lot of people about.
Yeah, plenty of people, but a lot of them are shit-faced, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Like, out of everyone, the merchant is probably the least drunk.
Can I see where they're getting their drinks from? Like, just everyone seems just to have a gourd or something that's filled in their house.
They're getting it filled from the merchant, it seems. He has quite a large barrel on his table that has a tap in it. And I think, no, you didn't see yesterday, but Jim and Cray. Jim and Cray both saw the workers buying alcohol from him yesterday.
And So he has one massive barrel, and does he have any others?
You don't see any outside of the shop, but the door is ajar, and you do see a number of barrels in his property, and there isn't a smell of alcohol around his place. But then, you know, he's got a barrel of it sat there, so.
Oh yeah. Hang on, Discord just flat out fucking crashed for a second there.
So you can see into his house. The door's ajar. There are a number of barrels close to the door, and his place does smell very strongly of alcohol.
Alright, I know what's happening now. It's my fucking headphones or something, because these things just keep fucking up.
Are they wireless?
No, they're wired, but it's starting to, get a couple of kinks in it.
Ah, yes, I know the issue all too well.
Fucking headphones like feet disgusts me.
As long as it's the cable, you're better off than me. Mine was actually the jack. So, oh well, right. Let's move on to different. Fortunately, Albie saved me there with whatever device it was he mentioned.
External DAC.
Yeah.
I think it was that.
Oh yeah, you had those one of those fancy headsets that can be driven by your PC, by your mobile audio. Now I remember.
No. Okay.
No, it was the adapter for me. It was the USB to headphone jack.
So.
Yep.
Yeah,
go ahead.
an external DAC.
Back to this thing. So, I can see slightly into his house from the front door?
Yeah, from the front door.
Okay, so he has a couple of barrels set up near the front door. And, alright, if I were to go around to the back, like, this is his place here. What I sitting inside of?
Yeah, this one.
Alright, so if I were to go, like, kind of continue my little walk around, because I've walked around 2 laps now, I think.
Yep.
Try to walk around, just linger a little bit longer. Is there like a back door or window I can peer into? I know there's not really, like, it's all thatched, isn't it?
So with most of the houses over here, they are all the local stone that's mined here. This house and the one down where Butters is stood next to are a completely different stone and much, much older. These houses here are made of wood, and this is the forge, and this is their house that goes along, and I believe this is the foreman's house, and the only ones that are made of wood are the merchants.
Oh, so he has a house and like a store, basically?
Yeah, pretty much.
So this would be the one he's standing outside of is the house, and that would be the store.
And there's not many wooden buildings in this place. Yes, the walls are made of wood, but they look like they're basically they've chopped down a small tree, delimbed it, and stuck them in the ground to make a wall. The house itself is I'm not going to say shoddiest, because it's not. The wood actually looks decent. It's not particularly good quality, but it's decent at least. It looks like it's been cut properly into planks. But it is just basically a box with a door on and a small chimney. So there are no back doors, no windows, no advanced carpentry, except from the door.
Nothing advanced at all. Literally just logs tied together or bound together.
They'd have nails. They'd have nails, and these are planks. But the door itself, there's no door frame. It looks as if they not a proper door frame that we would see in our modern world. It's the most shoddiest door, and although in the building itself, there are no big gaps that you can peer through and see into the building.
Yeah.
So it is the wood's been cut quite standardized, and actually when you look at the planks themselves, they are standardized. Someone put some time into getting these planks done properly. Which, as you look around and you're like, well, that is a little bit odd, but then he is a merchant, so...
Probably purchase them. Because they did say there was a trade caravan or something that comes through
Yes.
here like once a month or never or 6 times a month or
Yeah.
6 times every year.
Yeah, exactly. It there is no time when it happens, but when it does, it's normally a big event.
Okay. Alright, I'll continue walking around for a little bit longer and return back to my little hut
Sure.
and say goodnight to the rest of the party and go to my hut.
So the merchant would notice that you've walked around, and he does, like, you know, just watch you. He's basically sat outside his house, people watching, just having a drink, chewing on a root of some kind.
I'm not being stealthy or anything. I'm literally just walking around and watching everyone.
Yeah, no, you're basically doing what everyone else does. Oh, I'm sorry. You go over to the little shed. You open it up and you realise, damn, it's the equipment shed. And
I thought it was this one.
Then you walk back over and you're like, oh yes, this is the one that I actually put a floor onto.
Wait, which one?
Yeah, you're in a tent.
Not a tent. I went to the one of the sheds.
Oh, were you sleeping in one of the sheds?
Yeah, I took one of the sheds. I took all the shit out of it and put the gravel down and tied up the ground. So I actually had a proper roof over my head.
Oh, okay, sure, okay. You take one of the communal sheds as your own.
Yeah. Fuck these guys. Take my shit. I'm sleeping in a tent. I'm a noble. Kinda.
No, fair enough. I just misunderstood them. So the night passes and we are in day 7. Day 7 or day 6? Day 7. So Muttermouth wakes you all up with leftover meaty stew. It's not so good being warmed up, but it's warm. It's kind of tasty.
It's something.
It is indeed. God, no, soon, Raccoon. What are you doing? Oh, silence yourself.
Who has a doggo?
That would be my neighbour.
Oh.
If you're wondering what that was, that's a Soon Raccoon. He should be a better cameraman, but he isn't, because he's a raccoon. So, Muttermouth wakes you all up. Crack of dawn. Pretty much. Crack of dawn. Is there anything you guys want to do before you set off?
Well, we're gonna have to talk to the foreman cunt.
No. Muttermouth's just like, we just go hunting.
Okay.
How much money did we get?
30 drones each.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you technically got a
Yeah.
hunting trophy as well. The crystal pieces also count as a hunting trophy.
Of scarce value. I can't remember what the hell hunting trophies are on this.
As far as I'm aware, every hunting trophy is unique in that the GM has to create them, or you have to do a roll to get them. So they're not actually in the book. There might be one actually. If you want to search, you're more than welcome to do so. Because you can hire people to make you hunting trophies to then set. Like, technically, you can go round, kill a load of animals, and then pay some fuckwit to do all the hacking up for you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So if no one wants to quickly get something from the shop, then you guys can head out.
Yeah, we'll just carry on. Okay. I'll just carry on. Is anyone else?
I would.
I can't afford what I'd like to buy, so
By what now? Sorry, spaced out.
Is there anything you wanted to buy before heading out hunting today?
I don't. I do actually. I want to buy a rope.
Okay, so you let Muttermouth know that you need to buy something. He walks you over to the merchant. The merchant's also one of the few people who's also up at the crack of dawn. Well, I suppose the miners. No, the blacksmith is probably groggily just heating up the forge and getting things going again. You can hear a lot of wind being blown out of the side of his bellows rather than through it.
Ooh.
What is a
merchant-
kill stick?
Kill sticks are punji sticks.
Oh, what now?
They're
Punji
the punji sticks. You know, the sharpened bamboo that you put in the ground.
Oh, yeah.
You step on it. It does
Oh,
1d10.
okay, so it's just a sharpened stick. Okay.
Yeah, it's basically 1d10 plus 2 rending damage if it steps in it and it fails an agility test. I'm actually going to get some of those. I'm going to buy 10 of those.
Sure. So you go over to the. You see the degenerate going off with Muttermouth. You think to yourself, "I must protect that poor furry beast." You go off after him, and you see that actually he's leading the degenerate to the shop. And you, oh, it's okay, right? Let's go see what he has.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
You can see the merchant is putting things out to sell. Yes, there is rope. I believe it's 2 thrones for 10 yards.
I don't see rope in the items.
Not in the items.
No, it's not in the items. It's one of those. So the issue is if I screenshot out of the book, I'm gonna take a lot of nonsense that I don't want, unless I go into Photoshop and then put all the little pieces together, which I just don't have time for that. So there are auxiliary
it's
items
fine.
that if you ask for, I will tell you if it's there or not.
No, that's good. 10 yards for 2 thrones, you
2
said?
thrones, yeah. You would notice that it's
Oh.
poor quality.
Of course it is.
I'm gonna look at Muttermouth. If he just shrugs, I'm gonna buy 2.
He just shrugs. He just gestures around. Look at these degenerates. Do you think they can really do common quality? You think the blacksmith might have it in him? Him and his brother look like they've had some new genetic data added in not too long ago, maybe a couple of generations.
Yeah, well, I'll just buy 20 yards of rope. Does the merchant also have a backpack?
Yes, he does. It's 5 thrones and is of poor quality, which basically means it looks ramshambled. You know, it's not. It's sticks that are utilizing hide to make a pouch with a flap over it that's got a little bone clasp that locks it in place.
Good enough. How much?
5 thrones.
I'll buy it.
And the rope, you'll notice, is really, really large. Like the threads of them are humongous. It will work as rope, but you wouldn't want to use it for climbing. Or if you did, your bum hole might twitch just ever so slightly, even more.
Yeah, no, this is literally for packing. The rope is for carrying me and packing me.
Sure, you can do that. And again, it's that plant fiber, Hessian weave type of rope.
Yep, no, that's fine. Again, I'll buy 20 yards of rope, so 4 thrones plus a backpack, 5 thrones, so 9 thrones. I'll just pay him.
You sure there's nothing else you want to buy, Jim, in particular?
I'm trying to think. Maybe more arrows? But
Ah, yes, the smut magazine I ordered last week.
does he sell arrows too? Or would
Arrows
that be
are 1 throne for 5.
oh dear quality too?
They're actually standard quality. They look particularly old, but as you actually check the arrows and the fletchings and the important part, the head of the arrow, they're common quality. The metal working does not look like it was done here. Neither does the shaft or fletchings look as if it's come from here.
I'll buy 10 arrows for now then, and I'm checking to see if there's anything else I need. I'm trying to remember. So anyone has to do shopping too.
Was there anyone else who wanted to grab something before you head on out?
Apart from the kill sticks?
I'm trying to find some sacks, but I must be blind, but I can't find
No,
it.
it's certain things you'll have to ask me for, Albie. You want a sack?
Yeah, like backpack things, like stuff.
If you want a backpack, it's 5 thrones for a backpack. They are basically poor quality, primitive, utilizing sticks and leather. But it functions as a backpack.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, I'll get a backpack too.
I'll get a backpack.
Sure. He takes out another two backpacks, so that's 5 thrones each.
Out of his pocket.
Your own.
Where does the where does the merchant keep his backpacks?
Oh, he just opens, like his doors open, and he just steps in, pulls out 2 backpacks, and places them on the table.
It's going to be act like a general store, so he's just going to go into the storeroom, grab the stuff that you want, and then bring it out.
Yeah, pretty much.
What modification? What does it have? Does a backpack give a carrying mod?
No, as far as I'm aware, in Dark Heresy, it's literally just somewhere for you to store gear, and it's up to the GM to determine how much you can keep in said backpack.
Ooh.
I think in Dark Heresy 2,
Dark Heresy
it increases
first
your carry
edition.
weight.
No, first edition it does increase your carry weight, doesn't it? Or am I thinking the other way around?
I'm going to look on Trader.
I didn't think it did anything in Dark Heresy 2nd edition.
Backpack. A backpack can usually carry approximately 50 kilograms.
Holy fuck! Where's that?
Page 139 of the Rogue Trader Core.
I get a backpack.
Well, considering it's primitive, I'd say half that.
Yeah, at least half it. But still, that's 25 extra kilos.
Yeah. God damn it, am I going to have to start giving weights to how much meat you guys are carrying around with you? Oh,
I mean, if it fits in the backpack, like, if the backpack's going to be used to transport the meat, it doesn't really matter too much. Does it?
No, I can't be bothered to add more weight values to oh, no, just thinking about it makes my brain hurt.
Alright, so the Dark Eldar is the meat carrier. She carried the meat well last time, it's fine.
Don't make me slap you with a chunk
Heft
of
that meat, Eldar, heft the meat.
I will slap you with meat.
So, if there's nothing else that anyone wants to buy, I will give you in the next session, if you see something, I'll be nice and be like, okay, we'll allow you to acquire an extra item or two, as long as it's before the session truly begins. Muttermouth gathers you all up and basically tells you that you're going in the same direction as you went. Yeah, unfortunately, traveling in diagonals takes a whole day, so it's cardinal directions. I might change that on the map. So basically, you go in the same direction that you did yesterday. only they went, if you take like each square, the terrain that's in that square are the different types of terrain that you can go into. They very much went into the mountains, whereas Muttermouth avoids the mountains and goes closer towards the rivers. As you're heading down to the rivers areas, you can see that there's far more. They're not trees, but it's like scrubland plants that grow along the river and up the I want to say coast, but that's wrong. Riverbank, you know. So there is some cover, and you imagine that small game may come here and other types of creatures come to drink at these rivers, especially where you're getting closer to the mountains. You know, they're within day distance walking for creatures. It takes a while. Like, you probably walk a bit further than what you did with the numpties before Muttermouth kind of looks around and sniffs the air, and his ears like do the full twitching going all the way around. I'll hand wave it to you that you can almost see the hairs on his ears get blown ever so slightly by the wind, and I think this good place we set up ambush and wait here.
All right.
I'm just not.
So before it's a little, how's everyone doing for time?
I've got time.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Okay, we'll see if we can do this. So can I get so technically Muttermouth gives you certain advantages, so you'd avoid them. So we're just going here, and I believe you are not in this climate. No, I don't believe you're in this climate. Okay, so not you. Close you off. So. Can I get a 1d100 to start from someone?
Dibs. Actually, was me too. If you go by the D4. I lied at the end, didn't I?
Nope.
Yep.
Nope. Well, you may have done actually. To say I could hear you.
Okay. So, D4 has been rolled. Or D100 has been rolled.
If you roll high enough, we'll probably just have the group of hunters doing the minesweeper type hunting again. Just walking past us.
Can we just hunt them for a little bit? We have no idea how much I want to spear all of them in the face.
You know, Eddie wasn't opposed to just letting them die.
Oh yeah, that was more than
These people aren't human to her.
Yeah. I'm pretty damn sure, out of character, the eating of the heart was basically almost a semi-cornate ritual. They probably don't believe it corn directly, but like
No, they ate the liver.
No, they ate the liver and the
didn't.
heart. Captain ate the
The
heart.
leader ate the heart.
Yeah.
He tore it apart before eating half
okay.
of it.
Can I get a 1d? Actually, we may already have. No, but I didn't ask.
You know.
Can someone give me a 1d4? But not Jim.
Oh,
He already did. Now go on if you want to do
okay.
it.
I was going to do the D4 to see who was the D4.
Do the D4 to see who does
There
the
you go.
D4.
There you
Alright,
go.
Jim, do the D4.
No.
Oh wait, no, that was
That's
Abby. Never mind.
That's fine. I mean, just roll the d4. It's a d4. I don't.
Also, the liver thing might have been a bit corny too, because there's a lot of blood in the liver.
So,
What have I?
genuinely speaking, the liver is one of the few organs you can eat completely raw with no negatives, and and it also goes off very, very quick. So hunters, genuinely speaking, will eat the liver of an animal right then and there to stop it from going bad. And it's of course full of iron.
I know they did rip it apart, didn't they? So no point.
It does kind of depend. Like in some animals, you just have, or depending on how the animal lives, you might actually have all the toxic substances just staying in the liver.
Oh, that's actually very true. Depending on the animal, most grass eaters, as far as I'm aware, are you can eat the liver, which is where it comes from, like the hunter tradition. But I won't deny or confirm that it could have something to do with corn, because they are dirty inbred savages.
The balls.
Dirty inbred savages.
I wonder.
Did get double pay for that day? Holy shit!
I wonder. Can we hunt the hunters next time?
Maybe.
What, you want to hunt the savages?
Maybe.
Yeah, we kill them, take their meat, and bring the meat to the to the city and watch them.
Technically, you can. Technically, you can.
Okay, that's a plan.
Like, you guys can do absolutely anything in this game. So if you turn around and you're like, do you know what? These guys are fucking assholes. I don't like this settlement. They keep being mean to Muttermouth. You can purge them. It's like entirely up to you.
Yeah. What? No, I don't want to do that, because that's not what Hemrick would do. Out of character, I have an idea, but I can't.
Here's the thing: I don't want to purge them. I just want to watch them as they eat their own kin.
I want to purge them. Don't make me get that Linkin Park rub-off song.
I wouldn't mind either way. To who those aren't humans, and they, it's better if they die because they are failures before the Emperor.
Yeah, especially because they turned from the Emperor's light.
Yeah, but
especially because of that.
If you purge them, yeah, it's going to be very satisfying. But then you can watch them eat their own kin.
Yes, but that's a you kink.
Although I don't think we have to hunt them down, because they seem pretty damn good at dying themselves.
Yeah, but hunting them down is also fun for sport.
You could just watch them, do the Minesweeper hunting again.
Yeah. I said anyway, that's for next time. Right now, we're setting traps and shit. Let's go.
True.
Hey, I love this little conversation. It bought me some time. So sadly, I normally have like 1,000 maps already built. I built the wrong ones. I was like, yeah, they'll be doing this. I'll make this type of map. And you were like, oh yeah, we're gonna go with Muttermouth. We're gonna go. Okay, right. This should be all right. If you see any ruins, ignore. I think I should be able to. Yeah, no, that should. Yeah, that kind of works. So I will reveal said area for you, and I'll bring you over. Where the fuck's reveal? I've lost it now. Tokens. Reveal. So let us bring you from this map over to this map.
Ooh.
Where is the Mirage Cave?
Nope, this is actually a different map. It's actually a different map.
Yeah, it's definitely a different map.
Yeah, I've so it's map pack 16 Dungeon Ruins. I've got I've got 2 riverside maps with it.
Neat.
The annoying thing is, I actually bought some other. I got some other maps from off the web, and uploaded them. And yeah, I completely forgot to get the river maps. I've only got one of them up, and there's a little campsite, and I was like, no, you guys aren't at a camp. You're ambushing. So place yourselves on the map wherever you would like. I will see if I can find some pokey things that we can set up your. So you can put your stabby sticks, your death sticks down.
I should have bought caltrops and kill sticks too. I already bought the
Bit late
kill
now.
stick, so maybe just caltrops. Yeah, that's for next time.
Oh, there's one that looks really, really good, but I don't think you'll be able to see the bloody thing on the map.
Are we still
Okay.
doing the facing thing?
No.
So the facing thing will only apply when there's line of sight applied. At the moment, I'm avoiding dynamic lighting. I will use it at one point. I am going to do some dungeons where I'll use it.
Mhm.
If it's not on, then don't worry about your facing. I will try to remember to keep my NPCs facing. So if their head is pointed completely away from you, they're not looking at you, or I'll mark the tokens from now on if they're looking at you or not.
So I'm gonna put the image in the Discord.
Yeah, that stands out.
This is the kill sticks used in their natural habitat.
Where is controlled by? Why can I not? Controlled by. There it is. Everyone.
There's like 3 Vietnamese in that picture.
Just can't see them.
God damn it, unit.
How many did you buy?
I got 10.
And how many do you want to deploy?
Oh no, yeah. Just give me the 10 and I'll if you do like a little icon up, or not an icon, but like a little box up here.
You've got 10 things that you should be able to move around.
Yeah. I mean, fixing their position on the map as you went through.
Oh, sorry. So I double checked by checking if the Soon Recruit, if he can
Jim,
pick
you
it
son
up,
of a
then you
bitch.
all should be able to pick them up. So Muttermouth will probably also in this time go and grab some of the plants that are around here, some of the bushes and things.
I'll actually ask what about what is he is the trapper, or he's like the big hunter. What exactly do you think we're hunting, and where would be a good place to set up a trap? I think I have survival, which would give me a chance to know that. At least
So,
the trap part.
Fortunately, do I tell you guys? Yeah, you guys could find this out yourselves. Muttermouth has a skill that means he automatically passes survival rolls as long as he's in his habitat. I think is it bestial or is it survivor or
the
something?
bestial trait.
Yeah, so he basically automatically passes. So he's like, basically when you were walking around, he was looking around for shit, for literal animal droppings, for footprints, for things like that. So he's picked up on all those telltale signs that there is game here, but when you ask him what exactly you guys are hunting, me no exact. Yesterday day when we walk back, I see marks for herd beasts. So I look for more today, and I see some. So maybe we get lucky, and herd beast turns up for water.
Okay. And is this an actual kind of like cliff or a little ledge?
Yeah.
Basically?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's about 10 meters. No, hang on. It's 3 meters high. It's about 12. It's about 12 foot.
Okay. Yeah.
It's
Okay.
yeah, it's about 12 foot. At the highest part, it's 12 foot. So
Yeah,
if you towards the ends, it's jumping territory. It's not quite so bad.
So what if, hear me out, we put the bait at the top of the little hill, as it eats, we sneak up behind it, push it off. Oh, sorry, I literally just fucking smacked the mic. Push it off into the punji spikes below.
I'm just going to raise an eyebrow, look at you. So let me get this straight. You want us to sneak up on creatures that, according to Mother Mouth, are prey animals, and they're not going to hear us reaching them, and we're going to push them into spikes.
Herd beasts.
Or, yeah, the herd beasts. Or,
I'm going to look at Mother Mouth. Wild herd beasts.
Well, one of my things might come for water. So if we could use this as cover, because what, they're gonna come down the hill this way. And if the food is around here, like almost as if it washed along the shore, there's a chance they might not pay attention to us in here. This little alcove.
Muttermouth nods.
So that will actually give us the chance to surprise attack with some ranged weaponry. I don't know about Cray's musket. Well, I do know about Cray's musket. I don't know if. Oh, fucking hell! I don't know if it'll be good to use though.
Is my steam drill still useful as a melee weapon?
No.
Well, it's the only thing I have, Heinrich.
I did give you my mining pick.
Can I have the mining pick stats, please?
They're in the starting gear.
1d10 minus 1. Poor quality. So you add a -5 to the weapon modifier. You can actually do that on the sheet, which is quite nice.
Yeah, minus 1d10 minus 1, pen 1, -5.
Hit modifier -5 too.
Yep. Oh god.
Because it's primitive, unbalanced, -5 weapon skill.
So Muttermouth has gathered up some shrubbery. You can either use it to make a hide with, or you can use it as bait. I will add, because walking and time is always so weird, you guys left a good couple of hours earlier than the hunting group did yesterday. So you've made up the time needed by getting up earlier, whereas they were all hungover, so they got up much later.
Of course.
So you have more than enough time after walking here to set up before you actually reach half a day, because otherwise you're kind of going to be fucked if you have to sit here for 5 hours waiting.
Fair. Okay, so I guess for these at the moment, don't really need them.
So Muttermouth would tell you that if the herb creatures turn up, one type is more likely to run away. One type really doesn't like confrontation, and they'll normally retreat. Those ones are and he tells you like that they're the ones that the town uses as beasts of burdens. They're similar to groks.
Yeah.
For some strange reason, unlike groks, these ones are genuinely kind of cowardly. They don't really stand and fight unless they're in a herd. Basically outnumbering the creature that is attacking 3 to 1. However, there is another type of herd beast, which is far more violent. It will try to defend itself if it's in a herd. Muttermouth just like shakes his head. Is like, no, if herd beast come, we not fight. We leave. But those ones, he's like a far better meat, much wilder, more things that are useful on it.
Okay.
So, does it say how long it takes to set up the kill sticks?
Don't remember. Hang on, I'll get a thing.
Because if it's a half action or an action, if it's something that you can actually deploy like a trap, because I haven't actually got that book open at the moment, then you could do it once the creatures are here. If they need to be pre-set up,
Might need to be pre-set up. I think it makes more sense that way. Honestly.
then Muttermouth would really suggest setting them up like along here or along here. So if the prey comes down this way, then technically you could try and pen them in. So they only have, they could go out into the river, which Muttermouth says, basically he shakes his head. He's like, they probably won't go that way. They'll more than likely run this way and try to get back up into the wilderness.
Okay.
But then they could also, he said it's unlikely for them to come from town, but you never know with wild animals.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'll set them up along like this. This takes some time to set up. It doesn't actually say in the book. Basically like that.
So what I'll say is these are a little bit, because if they're just sticks, and that
They are
means you
basically
have to,
just like sticks kind of thing.
so that means you have to dig a hole.
Yeah. So hence take time.
Yeah, sure, okay. Muttermouth can assist in the digging. So basically, you can spend an hour, a couple of hours sorting out where you'd like to go, and then dig the holes for them. Muttermouth would probably suggest using foliage to make a hide rather than trying to use it as bait, as there are, but there's quite a lot of vegetation that grows around the rivers.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Something that help us hide with, and the traps will be set here. Just a simple hole that you would walk around if you saw it, but if you're in a panic, you'd just trip him. If you trip, you're going to get a foot full of spike.
Sure, we can do that.
Right.
So, Cray, are you going to be set up on the cliff edge with your musket as everyone's in a hide? Or they're like, we're trying to be stealthy. Don't fire it. So,
I would have moved into the hole.
He jumps off the cliff.
a while passes. You're all told by Muttermouth if you have concealment, you should roll it. I'll give you a +10 because you have a hide. Muttermouth is going to use one of his fortune points to re-roll that because he doesn't think you guys are going to have concealment. So he will regenerate one.
I literally just rolled a 94. I'm fusing a fear point on that.
Oh god damn it, Muttermouth! You actually got worse. You little
Wow. Shit. Wait, I passed the first time. What? Hang on.
No, you got a natural 2 last time.
Oh, I misread. I read fucking Calindras. Never mind. Fuck you, Calindra. I'm not using all that fear point.
Except both are actually 94s.
Yeah, mine's 94. I looked at my. Hang on, why the fuck is my 94 higher this time? Wait a second, Calindra, you slut.
So, Cray, do you have concealment?
Everyone does. It's a basic skill.
Or Crane. Oh yeah, good point. It's a basic skill. Do you want to roll it with a +10?
Oh my god, you did one worse. Shit.
Exactly 1 digit worse. That's what you get, you filthy degenerate Eldar.
Also, Jim, you're muted.
Yeah, not much to do other than, sadness.
I mean, your next would have been better. At least it would have been 85.
I would still not have passed. My target
I know,
is
but still, it would have been better rather than getting worse.
I have 52 agility, -20 +10, so -10 overall. I needed a 42 and under. The dice gods don't like me, so.
So, as you are all... No, we need one more Albie. We need a roll from Yursa. Concealment.
Right.
Hello,
Craig.
With a +10.
I don't think
It's a basic one.
Yeah.
You did better than the
He
Dark
actually
Eldar.
makes it.
You did
better than every one of us.
So you get 5 degrees of
everybody
success.
did better than the Dark Elder. Because the Dark Elder only gets concealment on rank 2.
So
No, I don't even get concealment at all.
I don't have it.
You've got a...
I don't have it either.
You've got a 5 degrees. Muttermouth was the one who was meant to pull you through that, but his dice just... No. He's used up his luck for now. So as you're kind of making a bit too much noise, and Muttermouth knows that you're making too much noise, but at the same time, he's making too much noise because he keeps like going like, no, shh, quiet. So a good few hours pass, but you do hear creatures in the distance. However, did I? Hang on. Oh, I didn't leave enough. Hang on. Down north. Oh, I can't do it. Hang on. Down to the north. Did I add your token to? Yes, I did. Okay. So, there is going to be an opportunity to provide other tokens for this. I will even leave it out if there's any fan art that people want to create in the distant future. We will update this. A few hours pass. You hear herb beasts, and you then hear some scurrying around in the bushes. It's very, very quiet scurrying around.
Okay. I don't like this, but okay. Can I sit and wait?
They probably should have had a +10 to that, but there are more than one of them. So. What is their maximum run distance? I forget. It's not much.
So, enhance.
Are those raccoons with bunny ears?
No. Maybe.
Are they raccoons, but soon?
Possibly.
There's quite a few fucking raccoons.
Well, they
They're
fucked
not
up.
quiet. They are not quiet.
Oh yeah, I was looking for their maximum run distance, and I was like, well, they're getting close to water. They'll probably try and move quietly to go and get a drink. Your maximum movement is that is pathetic. I remember that much. So yeah, they're gonna run. So you hear
No, I'm
this.
trying to figure out what animal those ears belong to.
You hear this weird squeaking, scrolling sound that sounds like it's really small creatures, not something that you would normally go after for food, but could suffice. When you see a number of the creatures, they start running around in circles and playing. Because why wouldn't small arboreal creatures do such things? Ah, I get the counted down. All making their way to the side to have a drink. Oh yeah, I should do the Control Z thing so you can all see it. The gloriousness.
Shift Z.
Shift Z, yeah, that's the one. That's Raccoon.
Did you put anime eyes on those?
No, I got it from the internet. I don't modify mine. I modify things, but I don't just. Yeah, no, this is straight off the internet.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, so a small family of Raccoons comes down and begins drinking. Mattermouth doesn't, like, if anyone raises a weapon, he kind of gives you a nod, like, not much there. You can if you want. But that is when you hear a roar from somewhere in a closer vicinity. Can someone roll me a 1d3, please?
Oh god.
And can someone roll me a 1d... No, hang on, I should probably roll a 1d100 myself just to see. Okay, no, never mind. Never mind, you guys would have passed that. As... Please tell me this is right. Yes, it is. Hang on. Is that right? I thought it was slightly bigger, or am I just zoomed out too far? Let me have a look. No. That's quite right.
It's about the height of us. Size of us.
Oh wait, no, because you're 4x4. That's why something's
No,
wrong.
2x2, not 4x4.
Yeah. You're
What?
2x2. This thing's meant to be hulking, so it's a big boy.
Ah,
It's a big boy. It's meant to be 3x3.
What the
that's a big old chungus.
what the fuck even is it? Is that a bowl of massive steroids?
Maybe.
It kind of looks like an Axty from Guild Wars.
So you hear this roar from the vicinity. Muttermouth's ears, they're probably in a correct direction, but because of the hill, he just gestures kind of in the right direction. Before you see this huge, like almost ape-like chest creature as it walks with its torso up much higher than it looks like it should have. Its arms look its front limbs look far beefier, and is it double jointed? No, it's not double jointed. That goes the other way. These huge horns atop its head. It does appear as if there's only one of them, though.
Appears that way, you say.
What is the Sakoon's response, and what is the creature's response to the Sakoons?
Fucking wrong.
Ooh. What do we find? Is that a good cliffhanger?
Ooh.
No, we're going to find out now. So they're going to do a willpower test. I'm going to give them a +10 because they are in a group. They succeed. Okay, they stand their ground, and the herb beast. Wait, is that the right one?
I bet 2 Thrones of the Raccoons are gonna kick its ass.
Hang on a minute. I think I may have just deleted a token by accident. It is. Oh, I did. So that's why.
Oh.
That's why it was. No, that can't be right. Hang on. Herb Beast, this one. Herb Beast, this one. Fuck. Accidentally deleted a token and placed it. No. Why did I? I think the Herb Beast is meant to be average. Yeah. So that's why. Okay, so this is the Enterless. Okay. All right, I'll have to sort that out another time. If yeah, I'll have to sort that out. Never mind. So the Herb Beast, as it sees the Sakoons, is basically going to. Would it care? Oh, omnivores. It doesn't actually have. Intimidate is free. It's hulking, so I'll give it a +10. It fails to intimidate the Sakoons. So it kind of moves forwards, huffing and growling, and it seems like a hefty beast of a creature. But the weird little marsupial creatures who have just finished having a drink don't back down. They form up. What do animals do in times like these? I would imagine it's a big ass creature, so it's just going to ignore them for now and hope that its girth is going to move them away as it comes down to have a drink. So the Sakoons are going to. Well, they've made claim to this territory. It's theirs. I know some small creatures are vicious and bitchy, and they don't like They don't like it when bigger species push them around. They can get a little bit. We'll just look at terriers and chihuahuas.
Cats.
Oh, you mean those overgrown rats?
Yes.
Overgrown rats are fucking scary. Don't you ever say anything bad about them.
You just call them fucking scary.
You haven't seen the ones that kidnap little dogs.
I'm never going to Brazil, no matter how much you post to my social media.
Thing is, Kitty, I think one of the big motherfuckers was found in England once.
It doesn't surprise me. There was a green meteorite and massive fucking rats were found one day, so.
To be entirely honest with you, I'm more worried about the seagulls.
Yeah.
Because they have eaten chihuahuas and flown off. Really doing God's work there. You know, just getting rid of a pest species. Sorry if you out there think chihuahuas are cute and lovely and their little bug eyes don't creep you out, but no, they're hideous little creatures.
So sorry if you like them, but you're wrong.
You're objectively wrong.
Kind of. Kind of.
If it bounces where it barks, it's not a dog.
That's a fucking squig.
How do you fuck up an intimidation? So the creature goes to move forwards and it actually falls into the river slightly. And the Sacoons are going to probably boast about it, but how does an animal boast? I don't know. They give it some shit and then kind of...
It's a raccoon.
Take this as a victory.
Evil chuckle.
So the best you're gonna get out of me for a Sacoon chuckle. Yeah, so for those of you who are watching, you can think of it a lot like how I can't remember how meerkats in their pack, like if a cobra comes over or a creature that they should be fucking scared of, they actually go on the offensive, you know, start screaming at them, barking at them, and they didn't attack it, but they were definitely holding their ground before the creature gives out a big roar, charges forwards, slips completely and falls into the river ever so slightly. It is technically prone.
Huh. It's prone. Is this a good time to know? Wait. Let them fight.
I tell you what,
I'm kind of hoping it will chase after them.
I've seen the time. I know what will happen soon. So what we'll do is we'll end the episode off there. The creature is prone. The strange marsupials are taunting it. You can have a think over a week. Do you want to just watch this play out or take advantage of the situation and opportunities? And we'll find out what their decisions are next week. So, thank you all so much for watching. I certainly hope you've enjoyed this episode of Rogue Trader. And are looking forward to future episodes to come, where there will be many, I should hope. My players seem to be enjoying this strange and wonderful world. So, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, everyone. And as always, bye-bye for now.
Bye.
See ya.
See ya.